Hello, I just thought that I'd introduce myself. I'm Gareth Edwards, Youth and Families Pastor at Chessington Evangelical Church that meets at the King Centre. The purpose of this video is just to explain what we're up to in the youth and families work over the next term. I hope to produce this every half term or so just to keep parents and others that are interested up to date with the latest developments. This is where I work, and some would say live. This is my little office at the end of the garden. Those are some of my books that make me look like I can read. And this is the door that I come through to come to work. And here is my little desk, which you can't see, but I'll put the laptop down on my desk and let me run you through what the different groups are doing. We've got 5 groups at the church. We've got a creche that also has a story creche. The story creche run through a curriculum called the Jesus Storybook Bible. It's a video curriculum, but whoever's teaching them is able to develop that teaching slot in whatever way they think. Yesterday they were doing the story of David and Goliath, acting that out. And the great thing about that curriculum is that us as parents are able to go home that very evening and read through the same story. And so that's what I was able to do with our little Theo, who's 2, last night, and he was able to get really excited about the story of David and Goliath. So thank you for Simon and Lisa for teaching that yesterday, and for getting them dressed up in armour and stuff. The 4 main youth groups are adventurers for the 4-year-old to 7-year-olds, that's Key Stage 1. Fusion for the 7 to 11s, that's Key Stage 2. JF for the 11 to 14s, that's Key Stage 3, and then YPF for the 14s to 18, 19s, that's Key Stage 4. Let me tell you what each of them are doing. This term in Adventurers we're starting a brand new curriculum. That's going to be based on the Gospel Story Bible. Let me just grab one of those for you as an example. There it is, the Gospel Story Bible. It's available from 10ofthose.com, and the great thing about the Gospel Story Bible, again, you're able to go through the story with your youngster when you get home. And we're going to be starting that, rolling that out this Wednesday, and it's a Bible overview through the whole Bible, really helpfully Christ-centered. So parents-wise, there's going to be a lot of ways that you can partner with us in that. The basic way is that once we've covered the story, you'll be able to read exactly the same story taught in pretty much the same way as we did when you get home. You can also get ahead in the story. You can also follow up a little bit and come behind us and go through it again. So that's the work of the adventurers. We're going to be following that through on a Sunday, but also on a Wednesday when we meet together. For the Fusion, they've got a different curriculum on the Sunday to the Wednesday. There are some advantages of doing it that way. On the Sunday, they're going to be looking at the book of Acts and jumping through that. On the Wednesday, they're looking at another Bible overview curriculum called Jesus, What a Saviour. That particularly draws out some of the stories of the Old Testament and applies them and shows how they point to Christ, which should be a really exciting time for them. The JF, they're also doing a Bible overview, but they're doing a Bible overview in one term. So they're going to be jumping through some of the big events of the Bible, starting with creation, fall, jumping all the way through the prophets and judges, all the way through to see how Jesus completes the promises of the Old Testament when he comes. On the Sunday, they're going to be doing more Bible study-based material. They're looking at the book of Jonah this term. What they do is they produce their own Bible studies. Then they send them home at the end of the term. So parents, you will be able to get hold of that study, but it will be when they've completed it. If you want to have a copy, the JF leaders have told me that if you email Chris and Anna Fry, they'll be able to give you the blank copy so that you'll be able to see what those guys have been doing and then partner with them again when they're at home. the YPF, they're looking at the Sermon on the Mount from Matthew 5. They're looking at that on the Friday nights when they meet together on a Sunday. They're sometimes in with church. We like them to come in with us and get a flavour of the services. But when they're not, they're looking at big Bible characters. So they're looking at the characters of David and Noah and Jonah and people like that, spending a couple of Sunday nights on each one, really able to get into what the message is, and then how to apply that to a 14 to 18-year-old's life. That's a whistle-stop tour through what's happening this term. I hope when I do this at half term, I'll be able to give you a flavour of how that's been going, give you some encouragements. 3 things if you're a parent to partner with us in. Firstly, partner in prayer for your youngsters. We've spent all weekend, this weekend, thinking about prayer. So please pray for your youngster, pray for the leaders, partner with us in that. Also ask your young people and ask the leaders what they've been doing, how it's been going, things that they're encouraged with. And please do so in an encouraging way, and give them a sense that we as parents are with them, please. And also pray for other groups. The great thing, if you've got a youngster in Adventurers, that you can do right now is find out what's going on in Fusion and then get your youngster excited about moving up at the right time. So if your youngster's in Fusion, find out what's going on in JF, prepare them for the excitement of that. And thank you so much for watching this 6-minute little thing of me talking, and look out for the one coming at half term. Thank you. Bye.